any idea on what this deal is with Conor McGregor?
What made you go from, because you said I think your first UFC fight was 155. Now you're at 145. What made you make that decision? And then secondly, it's interesting how like you'll cut down to 145 and the next day y'all are like 170 and 180. Do you think that should be like, do you find that's advantageous for you since you come from a wrestling background and you know how to cut, or do you think that there should be something that's regulated there? Because it just seems weird, at least from someone looking in, you know?
Yeah. So I was fighting on the regional scene at 155. I got into the UFC and I won my first 2 fights. So my plan was always to go featherweight, 145, once I got in the UFC. Since I was undefeated, I was doing well, I wasn't going to change anything. But I actually, in my 3rd lightweight fight in the UFC, I fought a guy, Desmond Green, in Buffalo, in his hometown. And I feel like I got hometowned. I feel like I won that fight to this day still, but he won on the scorecards by split decision. And so, you know, I'm grateful for that loss because it made me reevaluate things. And I'm like, this is the time to make the cut to 145 featherweight. And so I did just that. If I would have won that fight, I would have stayed at 55s, you know? So who knows if I would be where I am right now. And I work with the best dietitians in the country, perfecting athletes. It's Dr. Michelle, Paulina, and Denise, and they're on another level. They were the dietitians for the U.S. boxing team, and they work with some of the best boxers too, like Teofimo Lopez, Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevens, like all these guys. They work with top UFC champions as well. And so I've been working with them for a few years now, and man, it's amazing. Like we were talking about the cut, I thought I was doing a really good job and knew what I was doing until I started working with them. Like it's literally, I'm working so much smarter instead of harder. Like just the way they have me eat, the supplements they have me take, like it's all about recovery and sleep and things like that, which I know, and everything about decreasing my cortisol levels. And then the way I cut the water is, man, it's just something different. And I can't tell people my secrets, but I'll tell you guys after, but
okay, good.
I used to use plastics and sauna suits, sauna suits and saunas and just work my ass off all fight week and stuff, just trying to dehydrate. But now it's like my last 2 fights, no sauna, no plastics. I'm not really even doing anything fight week, and I'm eating and drinking a ton. And it's really the last, like, I don't know, maybe 10 hours. I feel horrible, but I was feeling horrible for weeks leading up to a fight before. So
you have enough time to feel good to where when you get back in the ring, you feel amazing.
Yeah.
And you're replenished and you're good to go, right?
100%. All their hydration protocol, the food they have me eat, I feel so good.
It's a science though. It's not like you weigh in and you eat a bunch of donuts.
No. Yeah. I eat like what I've been eating for 8 to 10 weeks. And then I eat, it's like a concierge service too. They come out fight week and they'll work on me, like physical therapy. Yeah. They cook all my meals. I'm drinking all these green juice. I'm doing tons of juices and just everything. It's like, man, I feel so good and I cannot thank them enough. Like,
once again, you went from 185 to 145?
Yeah,
this was 40 pounds.
Yeah, typically I walk around like 185. When I'm eating good and like loving life, if I like get on a stricter diet, I'll be high 70s, 78, 79. Okay. And then, I have some pictures of my like 185 to 145 cut. It's
what's any idea on what this deal is with Conor McGregor? Like where I don't know if you've seen like all over the internet, he gained 32 pounds and they're like, he gained 32 pounds of muscle and he looks swole. But I think a lot of you guys will look really swole when you're not when you're fighting, you'll look shredded.
Yeah.
And then a handful of days later, a lot of times you'll blow up and look big, right?
Yeah, I know you're enjoying this episode, but I have a question for you. Are you still dieting off of broccoli, chicken, and rice, and maybe tilapia if you want to spice things up? Well, it's 2021. We're past that. That's why we've partnered with Piedmontese Beef. Now, Piedmontese is an amazing company that has cuts of beef that are really high fat or cuts of beef that are low fat. So if you are dieting on a low fat diet, you don't need to resort to the weak bird of chicken. You can instead eat some beef, eat some steak, and still end up getting the results you're looking for. So, Andrew, can you tell the people how to get it?
Yes, you guys got to head over to Piedmontese.com. That's PIEDMONTESE.com. At checkout, enter promo code Power Project for 25% off your entire order. And if your order is $150 or more, you get free 2-day shipping. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes. Let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, it's like a physique competition. People say I could do like a physique competition when I'm at 145 because you can see every damn muscle in my body, and then it's more like a bodybuilder as we get bigger.
Turned into a power lifter maybe towards the end.
Yeah, there we go. But it's like, but you guys know you can't put on 32 pounds of muscle, but he's bigger and yeah, I haven't really seen too much of that. I see that he's huge though. Like what's he weigh right now?
I don't know. He looks like he's like 190 or something. Can you pull up a couple pictures, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll look for him. I was trying to find the picture.
It almost
that
looked
you were saying
fake. Like I saw his face and he was so damn big. I was like,
could be. It's the fucking internet. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Like, you are doing cardio-based training multiple times a week. I don't know how much do you lift right now in terms of lifting?
I do 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
But it's more like sports-specific training and stuff like that. We're working on like, speed, power, like things like that. Whereas,
and if you just slow down this is the thing. If you slow down the cardio a little bit and you just chose to, I'm just gonna fucking lift weights and eat food, you'd be 210.
Or if I was in here with you guys, damn.
You'd fucking get to 210 and maybe 205. I'd say you could do that shit in 2 months.
Yeah, I could do it. And that's one thing. Like, I don't have an issue with putting on weight. I used to be, I used to be like watch all like the bodybuilding stuff, and like I was on like Jay Cutler's diet and stuff, and I was waking up eating all the rice and all the stuff back in the day when I wanted to get up to 200. I was like 198 and I was huge. Like I remember when I would go do bench, I'd warm up with like 2 plates, hit it 15 times, and I was up to like I was big. I was wearing like XL shirts and they'd fit me like mediums do right now. But it's but then I had no flexibility and I had shin splints and like it was horrible. My wife's like, oh, it's like you have a hot dog in the back of your head. Just got like a roll in my, I don't know.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel because we continue to bring you peak content on this channel. Obviously, you guys are here. You guys watched the whole video. So like, comment, subscribe. All right. See you later.